forgot to mention Anne of Green Gables. Anne of Green Gables. That's on the list. Hello everyone, Megan here, and may I ask this question? Is it too early to have Christmas decorations up? I think not. This is my wonderful stocking that my mom cross-stitched for me. She made it for me when I was really little. I don't remember ever not having it, I don't think. So yeah, it's this absolutely gorgeous stocking. And then my like little nativity set my mom just gave to me. It is, yeah, every year she said she's gonna add a piece on. So I'm really excited to have this gorgeous willow tree nativity. So anyways, let's get into the tag. This is the I love the book, I love the movie tag by Joey from Game of Authors. I think it's awesome that Joey has jumped in to BookTube like feet first. He is in it, and this is a great tag. This is so much fun. Now, unfortunately, I'm not gonna do it exactly correctly. I'm not gonna rank favorite movie to least favorite movie, favorite book to least favorite book, because I love them all so much. I honestly cannot pick a favorite. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way right now. Jane Austen. So I love all of her books, and I love many of the movie adaptations, especially the newer BBC ones. So let's just get that out of the way. I could make a whole separate video on Jane Austen's books and her adaptations. So let's just assume that they are all on this list and not count them in the 10. So, okay. Another thing that you may have guessed, since I kind of made a movie on this, or sorry, I made a video on this, was Little Women. I made a video on the 1994 adaptation and the 2017 adaptation, and I love both of them. So this is obviously on the list. I love this book, and I loved both adaptations, and I'm hoping that I will love the adaptation that is coming out on Christmas Day of this year, which looks incredible. So, you might also have guessed that this would be on the list because I'm doing a year-long read-along, Louisa May Alcott, of Louisa May Alcott. It's called A Year of Louisa May 2020. Do it. It's going to be so much fun. So yeah, this is just such a good story of sisters, of hardship, of getting through it together. There's plenty of humor to go along with it as well. Another book that I love the movie and the book is Jane Eyre. Now, this is kind of a divisive topic, the 2011 or the 2006 version. Now, I've read Jane Eyre 3 times, and I've watched several adaptations, including the 2006 and 2011. 2006 has, what's his name, Toby Jones, and Ruth Wilson, and the 2011 has Michael Fassbender and Mia Wasikowska. I'm so sorry, I really should have looked up the pronunciation before I started this video. Mia Wasikowska? I don't know. But, you know, it's funny. A lot of people like the 2006 version more. For me, I like the 2011 one more with Michael Fassbender and Mia. Now, the reason why I like it more is that it comes more from Jane's perspective. The beginning of the movie, we see her out on the moors. We see her struggling. It frames it with as if we're going from Jane's perspective, we're coming from her mind. Whereas the 2006, it is more from Rochester's mind. We see scenes, flashbacks from his past. We see, it's coming from his perspective. But for me, the story is called Jane Eyre, not Rochester. So we need to come from Jane Eyre's perspective. I should probably rewatch the versions though and see if my opinion still stands that I like the 2011 one more. But yeah, right now that's the opinion. Now I thought I would just dive in with my favorite Victorian author, which is Elizabeth Gaskell. I love Cranford, I love Return to Cranford, I love Wives and Daughters, I love North and South. All of these film adaptations, all of these books are amazing. Now Cranford is based on, the TV version is based on Cranford, Mr. Harrison's Confessions, and My Lady Ludlow. Return to Cranford is based on, what is it called? I did not prepare very well for this video because I'm in a rush. But I'll write it below because I do know it. I do know it. I'm just very drastically underprepared and busy. The Moorland Cottage, and a couple more. Okay, so love Elizabeth Gaskell. I love all her movie adaptations, and I would love to see a movie adaptation of the rest of her books, especially Mary Barton, Sylvia's Lovers, and Ruth. Those are the rest of her novels, but, you know, I would love to see more adaptations of her novellas as well. Okay, I also love Robin Hood. Now, there are several book versions of Robin Hood as well as several movie versions. The one I'm holding up right now is by Henry Gilbert. And the movie version that I love the most is the 1939 Errol Flynn version. I grew up on this one. I mean, the acting isn't always fabulous, but it's just so swashbuckling and so wonderful. So yeah, that's what I have to say on that. Now, I also love The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and the movie adaptation. I even have the movie cover. I think that's when I bought the box set shortly after this version came out. Although we had already owned the books from beforehand and I grew up reading them and everything. I think this movie adaptation of Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe does a pretty good job of the book. It's mostly the same from the book. I mean, not the same, but it's mostly true to the book. Whereas the later adaptations, not so much. Or the old BBC adaptations, not so much. Okay, the next one I buddy read with Kate Howe this past August, and it is Christie. This book is amazing. It looks so cheesy. The cover is so stupid, but the TV show was really great. It was, so it wasn't a movie, it was a TV show, but it was really good. It's about this young woman, 18 years old. She goes to this very poor community and basically to be a teacher, to be a missionary, and it is wonderful. It's based on a true story. Some really difficult things happened. Illness, death, murder. There was a lot of stuff like that. It was a very good book, very good movie. I loved the book more than the movie actually, but I do like the movies too. Okay. This one is a booktube darling. We all love this book. It is The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. I love this book. It is so sweet. It's told in letter format. I think I actually like the movie more though, because I feel like we get into the characters more, whereas it's a little more distance because it's in letter format, so we're always hearing from someone's perspective about another character, whereas in the movie we just see those characters. So yeah, but I love this book so much, and I love the movie so much. It is so wonderful. Last but certainly not least, I don't even know if I'm at 10. I'm so sorry, this is so haphazard. My life has been a little bit crazy lately, but I want to do this. So, number 1 is Unbroken, the true story of Louis Zamperini. I almost said Louise Zamperoni or something. Louis Zamperini. Louis Zamperini is my personal hero. This biography, so it's nonfiction, is written by Laura Hillenbrand. I love this book. Louis is a child delinquent. He's a juvenile delinquent. He ends up, his brother wants to save him from basically becoming a criminal, so he starts getting him to run. He eventually becomes an Olympic runner at the 1936 Olympics in Berlin. He even meets Hitler. Well, then he fights for the Americans. He becomes a, what's the word? My brain is all over the place. He becomes, he joins the Air Force. Anyways, he's a gunner, I can't remember. But his plane goes down into the Pacific. He, 2 other comrades survive, and they are on a raft in the Pacific Ocean for 47 days. He then becomes a prisoner of war. Afterwards, he becomes an alcoholic and just horrible PTSD. Then he becomes a Christian. All his nightmares go away. He starts a camp for juvenile delinquents, or those who may become that, to help them. It's amazing. He was skateboarding at 80. He was like doing all this stuff. This is an amazing story. Angelina Jolie directed the movie, and it only goes up until he comes back from the war. There's a second one, which I haven't seen. But this story is amazing. It is almost unbelievable, all the things that happen. They tone it down in the movie. Like, I won't give away anything that happens, but like certain like terrifying events happen in the movie. Well, those have like that, it might happen 1 or 2 times in the movie. In the book, it's a daily occurrence. Happens all the time. So it is an incredible book, not for the faint of heart. It really, like, I could not read this before bed because it would raise my heart rate so much. So anyways, I love it. Probably one of the most influential books of my lifetime. It is amazing. So that is the tag. I'm so sorry, Joey, that this took forever and that this is so all over the place. Yes, I loved doing it though, and I love your channel, Joey. You're doing an awesome job. Like, what a great way to start a channel. So everyone go check out Joey. I will link his video below. Anybody that I mentioned in this video, I will also link below. So I hope you are all doing really well. I'm going to sign off now. May you all be filled with peace, hope, love, and joy. So take care, everyone. Bye.